necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
Range Hayaat, Colors of Life, with me, Shagufta Khan.
Be inspired and stay informed in this fun-filled lifestyle show with Shagufta Khan.
Discussing inner and outer beauty with opportunities to win lots of prizes. Every Monday from 1:30 to 2 p.m. Auzu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Radio Al Ansar FM 90.4, Peter Marysburg 105.6. Shagufta Khan is here with the beautiful inner and outer beauty. Now we are talking both ways as well. Now I have a beautiful guest, a woman, but so much of power, so much of passion, so much of compassion as well. And whenever I have seen her in different places, in different functions, some things she'll be like MC for some function. She's doing some voluntary work and she's like a busybody. So that's why today I took my time. I spoke to her, I say, Farzana Wariyawa Abdul, will you give me some time on this air? Because you are so busybody. I wanted to interview you and I wanted to be proud. All the women will be proud of her. What is she doing? She is the mother of 3 and she is associated as a voluntary person from Baitul Noor IMA. She is executive committee of Women Empowerment of Friends. And one thing she told me just now, let's speak to her about Sandwich Queen. That's really amazing. And inshallah, we will talk about it. And then, as I mentioned to you, that whenever I see her, she's like a humble soul. And she always wanted to help people. And from 1994, she started with the Cancer Association of KZN. And, she really doing well. And she's doing the hukum of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She's really doing. So I'm welcoming my sister, beautiful sister, Farzana. Assalamu alaikum, Farzana.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shagufta, always a pleasure in your company, whether it's in the studio or out of the studio. And when you talk about beauty, I think yours radiates better than anybody else's. I think your personality is absolutely dynamic. And alhamdulillah, you've made a place for yourself in our beautiful country as well. But of course, you come from such a beautiful country as well, Pakistan, Zindabad.
Jazakallah so much for complimenting me. Farzana, I am very impressed with you because you have full life, 3 children, working, and I know you do all the time work here there, but I always seen you a passionate person of voluntary work. As I mentioned that you are there, I wanted to talk about your life, how this passion came to you and how you are coping with your life, and what do you suggest our women, because just now we're entering in August is our time, that we can incorporate our personal general life, as you said, cooking and driving and this children dropping, to such a big higher status of helping people.
I think, Shagufta, I think I was just maybe 19 years old when I started this, and I started a program at the Cancer Association KZN where we learned how to take care of cancer patients, what to feed them, how to help them after their chemotherapy, how to help them after radium therapy. And the most interesting part about all of this was going to the King Edward Hospital at that time, which housed the CHOC ward, which is the children's ward for cancer. And these children came from all I would say underprivileged backgrounds, and because it was at King Edward, there was no staying facilities like now that there is in Albert Lutuli at the CHOC ward for the parents. So they came alone to have their treatment. So it was up to us as volunteers to be with them whilst they were taking chemotherapy and radium therapy, just to hold their hands, because it's quite a painful process, and to give them a chocolate in between and to talk them through it. And after that, Dr. Landers gave us a course on how to do palliative care for cancer patients. So, but that was just not, also with the radium and chemo, that was the aftercare. Because after they had the radium or chemo, they couldn't walk. They couldn't, you just had vomiting, you had nausea, you were weak, you couldn't do much. So we would go house to house after these sessions, and we had a list, obviously. So we knew which houses to target, and of course they were on our database. So they knew we would come along. We would take them for haircuts, clip their nails, read them a book, little things that would, just make their lives easy. And then, of course, that grows on you. Your empathetic nature starts to grow on you. And then you realize that you are in a privileged position because you have good health. And all you need to do is just give a little bit of your time to people who don't. So that's how it started for me, Shagufta. But then I was fortunate enough that I think about maybe 12, 15 years ago, I started the MC work because many organizations required somebody who was confident enough to take the stage and do kind of fundraising work for them with regards to auctioning and just keeping the crowd entertained and all of that.
I really love the way, exactly, you the very wonderful person for auction. I have seen your work.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the auctioning bit became, my, what did it become? It became what I'm recognized for auctioning
Really?
and holding the crowd's attention. And of course, I do have a sense of humor. So I'm able to, release the empathetic nature with a sense of humor and then get the work done that the organization requires. And I'm fortunate enough to be now, with IMA Baitul Noor, who does amazing work in the field. And we have 15 volunteers who work with them. And just apart from being in all these organizations, the Sandwich Queens, which makes 780 sandwiches every week.
What is this? We know that this queen, that queen, beauty queen, this master queen. What is Sandwich Queen?
Let me just finish with Baitul Noor.
Okay.
Okay, we go to the work that gets done with Baitul Noor is amazing. We provide mobility aids for people who can't afford it. What are mobility aids? They are wheelchairs, they are diapers, they are your crutches, your hospital beds, your everything to do with the medical field, medical mobility aids that will help you just to make your life better if you are sick, but you can't afford it. So you phone Baitul Noor and they get all these things to you on a monthly basis.
Wow.
Apart from also paying your rent when you can't afford it, and as well as, your electricity bills and light bills. And for the underprivileged, it's a struggle today, Shagufta.
Yes.
It really is a struggle. And IMA Baitul Noor has been stalwarts as far as this is concerned.
Yes.
Anybody who knows us will know that, as per fundraising, we do some really, really lovely stuff, including our famous dinners that, we used to house at least 600 to 700 people. And it was a once in a year event, but it always had a theme. And, that theme incorporated entertainers who gave us a good, solid night of entertainment and lovely foods by Durban's leading caterers. And it was really, really lovely. And then, of course, my work with Friends started with Razia Bucks, who created Friends. And now also it's a force to reckon with, as far as empowering women. It was created for, during before the COVID era, but let's just say it filtered right through to help those widows, those divorcees, those people who say, I've got nothing to do. I need to do something to make myself heard, to be identified as an important part of society, because that's what we are. I always say this. Everybody, says men are better than women. Women are lesser, this, that, and whatever. And women must know we're not any lesser, and nor. I'm not putting men down in any way. They are even better because Allah has created them with a lot of responsibilities that they take. So alhamdulillah, we have to appreciate all those men in our life. My father included, who's late, my husband now, who supports me all the way with all of this. I'm very grateful to him for supporting me. And all the brothers and, sons who are out there, who are creating space for women, hats off to them.
Yes.
So Friends again gives a woman a chance to delve into their artistic side, because there's craft workshops there. There's a psychologist, the very famous Suhaima Hussain, who gives them lessons on trauma and how to heal. There's also, our fundraisers that also include beautiful things, dinners and lunches and all of that. And all of that money goes to different organizations. it's really an empowerment based group, I would say,
Right.
and being led by some really stunning women, very powerful women, including Sister Razia Baks, who made this group, and it boasts about 400 members.
Wow.
So having to sit on the executive committee on that, I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and I'm grateful, for having the ability to lead some of I think the most beautiful women who are broken and then healed through this organization.
Wow. So much of
Again, you're asking about Sandwich Queens.
yes.
What can I say about the Sandwich Queens? They're a group of 15 ladies who absolutely rock. They started off about 20 years ago in a little kitchen making sandwiches for schools that couldn't afford, children who couldn't afford to bring food from home as their lunches. Today, 780 sandwiches every Wednesday mornings from 7:30 gets done by these 15 ladies. By 8:45, we're done, and an Uber driver picks it up and takes it to Clarewood, where 3 schools benefit from these 780 sandwiches.
Wow.
So,
Beautiful.
you know what? When you say inspire women to do more, I can only say to you, you know what? You have to believe in yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe in your ability in wearing those different caps that Allah has given you, you will do amazing things with yourself and with the women around you. Yes, I am a mother to 3. I went through that whole primary school stage, dropping, picking, swimming, thus cricket, that, whatever. But my passion, and I didn't want to forget myself in between. So
That's
this
the best
makes
thing.
me happy.
Self-love.
Yeah,
also.
this
You take
makes
care
me
of yourself.
happy. Giving to other people makes me happy. And that really is how I appreciate myself and my abilities. And I say to all the women out there, get off your comfort zones and thinking that, just cooking food for your husbands and your children is your only thing in
Purpose
this
of
world.
life.
It's not. What is your purpose?
Of life.
Shagufta, you and I spoke about this now. I always say to other women, what is your purpose in this life? What do you want to do with yourself? We don't all have to be doctors and lawyers
Exactly.
and hats off to all those women who play double and triple roles in being doctors and lawyers and engineers and nurses and teachers, most especially. Hats off to them for wearing so many crowns on any given day. But as ordinary women out there, and I'm very ordinary, I'm not extraordinary, I'm just ordinary doing extraordinary things.
Wow. That's
And I say this to my kids. When I'm 60 or 70 and I look back on my life, I want to be able to say, I've done something. I got that t-shirt. I haven't burnt it. I remember all the things that are on that t-shirt. So that's what I want for myself. And I say to women, you know what? It's okay to just cook and clean and be whatever, but motivate yourself to go out there and just make one small difference to one person every day. Because that's all it takes to boost your self-esteem. That's all it takes, to make you feel better about yourself, that you've created and made a difference in someone's life. But more than that, what are we going to answer to our Allah? That we sat back and did what? While humanity
complain and bickering and all the
gossip is
backbiting,
great,
gossip,
ladies. You know what? It's great as long as you're not hurting somebody. But if you can fulfill your time in another way and still be pleased with yourself and know that your Creator is also pleased with you,
that's what end results you want.
Yeah, what better thing
what
could there
I
be?
have understood from Farzana's talk, that we always talk about gratitude. We say, oh yeah, we have to have gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're reading, we say Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. So many tasbihat we're doing, Alhamdulillah. But what I can see that Farzana is a way of gratitude towards Allah is to serve humanity and get out of her comfort zone and go and do work. And let me tell you, with the work what she's doing, it's amazingly give you the strength. When you're going out, you're helping out someone, or you're doing something for them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's, that His mercy is so beautiful. His system of this universe is so beautiful. You give, you get more. You'll give, you get more. So the more you people are getting satisfied, the more you helping. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is helping you. Allah ta'ala is giving you peace of mind, peace of heart. And then you don't have time for the things which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't like it as well. Now we are talking about the event which is coming with IMA. And it's a very big thing because we all know 9th of August is the Women's Day. But Women's Day is every day according to me. But 9th and 10th of August, IMA is doing a very big thing. And let me tell you that, just whisper to you that Asli will be there from Shagufta Khan. So what you are doing, what you are, offering to our ladies, or it's for everyone. Can you explain me for that?
Well, Shagufta, this is your 4th year with us, inshallah. So you know that if it's your 4th or 5th year with us, I think it's a good event. It really is a good event. So it's, usually it was just for women on one given day. And it's a wellness event which encompasses all your wellness stalls as well as your regular stalls and pop-ups, food pop-ups and things like that. So this year we've opened it up to our male figures as well. And alhamdulillah, this year it's on the 9th and the 10th of August at NMJ Hall. On the Saturday, it will start at around 10 o'clock and it will push through till just after 9 o'clock in the night. On Sunday, it will start at around 10 o'clock again and then also push through till about 6 o'clock in the evening. So there's lots of things happening on the day itself. And as you know, Shagufta, you've always been part of our Speaker's Corner, I should say, where you always engage us on how to be beautiful both inside and outside. This year again, Shagufta, we do have a Speaker's Corner as well, where some of Durban's leading doctors will be there.
Okay.
We've got Dr. Farhana Parak, who's a rheumatologist, and she's going to be giving us some of her knowledge about how to manage this autoimmune disease. There's Dr. Nazia Iram Osman, who's a psychologist. Everybody knows she's one of the best in the business. So she's going to be there. There's Shaista Khan, also a psychologist, who's going to be there. We have a blood doctor who is KZN's head of blood work. And I think lots of people know her from, I'm not sure where her practice is based, but she's going to be there as well. We've got a makeup demo with you. And then we've got a cooking demo with Chef Sam. Everybody knows about the Chef Sam.
It's like just for your skincare and everything without, that chemicals.
The chemicals.
Asli, Asli products. That as well. And we'll tell you how to be good, how to care yourself. First save yourself and then the whole family.
It's almost like an airplane. Put the mask on yourself first before you...
I learned from them. I learned from my traveling.
Right.
From there as well. And what else? Just give us some chatpata thing like food and clothing.
Well, in the food line, all your favorite pop-ups are going to be there, okay?
Inshallah.
And as well as all your local traders who featured in most of the pop-ups are going to be there as well. There's a lot of health wellness
of course
vendors who are going to be there as well. And the best thing about this, Shagufta, and you, I think you know us to be quite giving as always. So if you have diabetes, come in for a free diabetes test. You got blood pressure, come and check your pressure on the day. Free as well. Cholesterol, suffering from cholesterol, don't have cholesterol, you want to see whether you've got cholesterol, come in and have the free cholesterol test as well. You know how expensive optometry testing is in this country. So we've got eye screenings on that day for free.
Okay, look at
we have a dentistry screening for free as well.
Oh my God.
So you can't miss the event. If you miss the event, you're going to be you're missing out.
Oh, I'm telling you, listen, listeners. What are you getting on 9th and 10th of August? Where about? At NMJ from I am a Baitul Noor. What you are getting free. Leave other things which you have to go, get, eat, buy, everything. You're having your blood pressure, your sugar, your cholesterol, your eye screening and your dental screening for free. Oh my God, such an exciting moment. And you are giving this time for us to on 9th and 10th of August from 10 o'clock and onwards, both the days, and you will get much more health and wellness. Our lecturers, so the leading people, the professional people are coming and discussing all the women, and you can ask so many questions you can have, and it's not only about medical thing. You are getting nice food stalls and shopping as well.
You know, the other thing, Shagufta, is that we take for granted our lives. Allah has ordained us not to sleep one night without making ourselves a will. Okay, so
wow.
we have,
That's very
we
important.
also have, you know, one of Durban's best, again, I'm going to say, Taslim Sheikh. She's won the Woman of the Year award for financial advice. So she's going to be there sharing her expertise on how to make out an Islamic will, or how to make out a will and estate planning as well. Chef Sam is going to be there with a GBV panel discussion with me and a psychologist. At the moment, I think trending at the moment is one of the books that have just hit the market, Tukburni, Bury Me Softly. So the author is going to be there as well, and she's going to be in a panel discussion with me also. I just want to talk about our tea garden, which is hosted by Baitul Noor and IMA. So at that tea garden, when you purchase that cup of tea or that cup of coffee and all the cakes that we have there and the samosas that we're going to be having there as well, you're not just purchasing tea, coffee, samosas, and cakes. You are going to be, every cent from there is going towards purchasing mobility aids that is so needed in our community today.
Very much.
Do you know that with Parkinson's and dementia and with Alzheimer's, strokes, heart, cancer,
Amazing.
the amount of diapers that are needed every month, and how expensive is diapers, Shagufta? You probably know that
Yes.
as well.
Oh, yes.
You can pay up to 400 Rand for a packet of 12 diapers, good quality diapers, but most people can't afford those.
No, definitely.
So again, this is where Baitul Noor comes in and says, right, we will intervene, you know, we will buy those and hand it out to patients who need it, who want it, and who require it just for what? For sense of dignity, so that they are able to do their business with dignity. In all of the aiding that we do, you know, when we hand over that wheelchair to somebody who needs it, or the crutches that somebody needs, or anything else for that matter that somebody needs, it's the same when we hand over a sandwich to somebody on the road or with a juice. It's not us giving. It's just us receiving love in return,
yes. 100%.
and Allah's blessings come back
Mercies.
tenfold for everything that we give. So you're not purchasing the tea from us, you're not purchasing the coffee from us, you're just going to be consuming those things. But Allah's blessing that's going to come down on you for providing us the opportunity to then buy those mobility aids and to give out on the names that, you know, on your names, inshallah ta'ala. That's the difference you're going to be making on the day. And I know that there are other fairs happening on that day. And I urge you, yes, go to those fairs as well. And, you know, they do fantastic work as well. But come and visit us on the 9th and 10th of August at NMJ Hall, because we're also making a huge difference to community. But we need your help to do that. We really, really need your help to do
What's
that.
any entry fees? Was that?
Yeah, it's just 10 Rand.
Oh my God, so
And
reasonable.
yeah, it's 10
So
Rand. It
reasonable.
really is just 10 Rand. I wish I could have charged you 20, guys, but I was feeling sorry for you. So it's just 10 Rand. And I'd like to take this opportunity, Shagufta, of thanking my fellow volunteers who are on the IMA Baitul Noor team, who do sterling work, who give off their time and effort. I'd like also to thank Fatima, who's our leading counselor and leading lady in all of this. You know what? We couldn't have done it. We can't do it without each other. And so I urge other ladies out there to get hold of us and to come and join us in the work that we do. If you're not interested in IMA Baitul Noor, you can join my Sandwich Queens team. And I say Sandwich Queens, you wanted to know why Sandwich Queens? Because nobody rocks up for that part of the morning at 7:15 to make, you know, sandwiches for other people and just be so gracious about it.
Where about you meet?
We do that from Asheville, from a private home. We are sponsored by one of our garages here in Overport with the bread, and we buy the jam from other generous sponsors, but we're always looking for more sponsors. So if you want to dispense of some of your money, again, for Allah's sake, please get hold of me. I'll just pass on my number, 083 2849 530. That's 083 2849 And if you want to join Friends, the empowerment group, then please look out for our logo and our signs up. We can again hook up with me and I'll pass on the relevant numbers to you. And come and enjoy yourselves on the 9th and 10th. You'll be able to see Shagufta. You'll be able to see all those doctors who are some of Durban's leading doctors. There's kiddies activities as well, Shagufta.
Okay, that's very
So
nice.
that's face painting, mehndi for the kiddies, a little bit of cost here and there for them. Jumping on the jumping castle, there's one there for them. Maybe some rides for them as well. Activities being done by the volunteers as well with kiddies. So your kiddies will be occupied while the mums and dads shop and spend
So men can
graciously.
come as well.
Yes, men can come. This year it's open to men as well. So alhamdulillah,
The family is like a family
event, inshallah. Family event, inshallah.
Such a beautiful talk with Farzana. But I wanted Farzana to take this opportunity to ask you. You are doing this work from the age of 19, right? And you're still passionate. What advice or some words you want to give to our sisters, especially who are not doing any work and they are really stuck, and they are working and they are going through some stress level, or they can like a depression or anxiety, what they can do? So can you give some kind of advice or some words to motivate them?
My mantra, Shagufta, when you wake up every morning.
I like this mantra word.
Yeah. When you wake up every morning, you're faced with two choices. You're faced with the choice of waking up happy.
Yes.
And doing something with that happiness.
Exactly.
And then passing that happiness down to others. And then making a difference through that happiness. Or you could choose to be unhappy about your unhappiness or your discontentment, or about things that are happening in your life that are affecting you mentally. But the most powerful thing about the human mind is that once you set your mind to do something, you can surpass anything.
Exactly.
You can surpass anything. And I think, you know what? Yes, a lot of our ladies are going through stuff, as did I, as did some great personalities in the history of women. But you can't let it get you down. You got to wake up. They say you got to wake up, dust yourself off, and get moving. You just have to keep moving, because as soon as you take to that bed, or as soon as you say, I can't do it, you won't do it. You won't do it. There's nothing impossible. There's just, ladies out there, please, you know what? I'll be the last to say that I don't know what you're going through. Every one of us has a challenge and a battle and an adversity in our life. Everyone is going through something. If you meet someone who says they're not going through something, raise your eyebrows, cover those eyes, like you have those emojis that cover the eyes, and then, fluff it out with your tongue and say, you know what? Not possible. Because I heard something the other day, and the man was saying, it was on IG, I think, and he was saying, you're not here to have a good life.
Of course, this is
you're not. Allah has
test.
Yeah, Allah has put you here to test you. So you're going to have tests. You're going to have adversities. You're going to have challenges. But it's up to you how you rise from those challenges.
Exactly.
You have a mindset. You create that mindset of positivity and happiness and work through it. There is nothing that you can't achieve. Once you say you can't do it, you can't do it. Once you say, I'm going to try, I can do it. Create that mindset of I can and I will and I shall, and you will do it. That's all. More than that, I will just say, believe that your Allah has put you here on earth for a purpose. Create that purpose, work towards that purpose, and make sure, don't even make sure, try. Carry on trying. We are all, perfection belongs to Allah alone.
Subhanallah.
We are all just trying. That's all, we are all just trying.
Such a motivational interview with Farzana Variava as well. And let me tell you, this is the time for me to wrap up my program with a beautiful inspirational talk of Farzana. And inshallah, we will definitely join 9th and 10th of August at NMJ. The entry fee is only 10 Rand. And we will give, and whatever we are buying over there, especially in the tea garden of IMA, will go to the that mobility that aids as well. So everything is for good cause. So don't forget about
roses
that
as well on that day, Shagufta,
So-
as always at all our
Yes.
wellnesses. So roses on that day as well. So come and support the Rose Garden as well.
So we know this is the time where everyone is having lots and lots of programs, events, lunch, dinner. So you people can enjoy yourself. But don't forget on 9th and 10th of August, IMA Petunur at NMJ as well. And this is the time for me to wrap up my program. Thanks to Farzana for her time. She has given it to me. And for my outer beauty, I think I'll go out of my way on 9th or 10th of place as well, because today I said no. Farzana got so much of passion. I must take all the work from her, what she's doing. Inshallah, we will talk about our outer beauty for next program. Ijazat chahti hu. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Radio Al Ansar, Durban 90.4 FM, Peter Maritzburg 105.6 FM.